So, you want to be a self-taught developer. You opened your browser, scrolled through the endless thumbnails, took a deep breath, and whispered the 6 deadliest words in the English language. I mean, the internet is a buffet of free knowledge. Courses, boot camps, YouTubers promising to turn you into a senior full-stack developer in just 4 months. So you're just gonna enroll in every fundamental course you can find, skim the docs, take a course on prompt engineering and code on 5 a.m. because you heard senior devs do that. And boom, you're hired. Shipping code from a yacht, smoothie in hand, set for life. Viewer, mind if I hit you with some brutal reality? You've been lied to. Learning to code on your own isn't easy. Actually, it's quite the opposite. And it's not hard because of the syntax. Well, okay, except for JavaScript. It's hard because you're completely alone. You're the student, the teacher, the project manager, and the cheerleader. No syllables, no deadlines, no one checking on you. Just you, your screen, and a mountain of resources that all contradict each other. And that's exactly why most people crash before they even get moving. Not because they aren't smart enough, not because they didn't want it badly enough, but because they ignored these boring but deadly things that quietly make or break you. Most people don't quit outright. Quitting is loud. Quitting is a decision. Instead, most people just fade. You tell yourself, okay, I'm busy, I skip a few days, I'm just pressing pause. I'll pick it up right where I left off, right? Dead wrong. You aren't pausing, you're decaying. Think of your brain like a really forgetful garden. Monday, you water it, give it some love, maybe even talk to it like a weirdo. And a little green shoot of understanding pops up. You're hyped, you're basically gardening God. Then Tuesday, you're busy doing other stuff. Wednesday, you're tired. Thursday, you don't feel like it. By Friday, that little green shoot of understanding isn't growing anymore. It's dead. When you finally sit down again, you're not building on top of Monday's progress. You're spending half your time relearning what you already almost knew. Stuck in a loop of learning the basics forever. You aren't moving slow, friend. You're actually not moving at all. So what's the fix? Do you need to become a coding demon who only sleeps 3 hours, rage codes, full stack SaaS in 1 weekend? You see, this is where most people mess up. They mistake obsession for consistency. Consistency is an obsession. Obsession is a sprint, and sprints. Real consistency is boring as hell. It's showing up when you don't feel like it. It's doing 15 minutes of focused study when you'd rather doom scroll TikTok. It's writing 1 single line of code before bed even though you feel like crashing. Because learning to code isn't a 100-meter dash. It's a marathon in the dark. It's quiet and boring. But here's the plot twist. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be fast. You don't need a flawless 12-month roadmap. You just need to keep moving, even if it's a crawl. As long as you don't stop completely, you're still in the game. Because the slow turtle eventually crosses the finish line. The person who said, I'll start again tomorrow for 3 years straight, they've already lost. Now, let's come to the second fatal mistake that is killing most self-taughts. If you're a beginner right now, you're scrolling late at night, watching someone claim they shipped a profitable AI app in a weekend. Suddenly, building feels urgent. You feel like you should skip the boring stuff and jump straight into flashy projects. But jumping into flashy projects without mastering the basics is like trying to build a skyscraper on a foundation of sand. It looks cool for a minute, but the second you hit a real challenge, the whole structure collapses. And here's the elephant in the room. AI. AI is good if you know how to use it right. I'm not asking you to be a boomer who writes everything by hand on a chalkboard. Use the tools, but understand this. AI is a GPS, not a driver. If you use AI to write your logic before you understand syntax, you aren't coding faster. You're just delegating your thinking to a black box. The moment the AI hallucinates or the code breaks, you're stranded. You can't fix it because you never learned the actual fundamental concepts. Skipping fundamentals doesn't save time. It just moves the pain to later with interest. So every shortcut you take around the fundamentals just becomes a detour. You'll be forced to walk later, alone, confused, and slower than if you'd done it right the first time. Basics isn't just a hurdle to jump so you can get to the fun stuff. The basics are the fun stuff. Think about it. How do you debug? How do you read a stack trace without your heart rate spiking? How do you navigate documentation? These aren't beginner chores. These are the exact tasks you will face every single day the moment you're hired as a professional. You have to know what a senior dev does every day and work backwards from that. Senior dev isn't a wizard who writes perfect code on the first try. They're a professional investigator. They spend 20% of their time writing code and 80% of their time reading it, breaking it, and fixing it. So embrace the suck. Learning is supposed to be difficult. I mean, you're literally growing neurons after all. If it's easy, you're probably just copy pasting. If it hurts your brain, congratulations, you're actually evolving. I'll be a backend developer. Great goal. Useless. I want to be a developer is not a plan. It's a wish. And your brain hates wishes. It needs instruction. Clear, stupidly specific instructions. One of the biggest lies people believe is this: if my goal is big enough and I want it bad enough, I'll figure the rest out. Which is kind of true in a way, but it's not the full story. You see, big goals don't tell you what to do today. They don't tell you what to study tonight, what to practice tomorrow, or what to build this week. They just sit there looking motivational on your Notion page. And when your brain has zero clear next step, it doesn't work harder. It shuts down. It protects you from stress by making you binge 17 episodes of whatever is trending instead. As a self-taught dev, your main goal shouldn't be landing a job in 6 months. It should be building a system that makes your progress inevitable. You should make sure that 6 months from now, you aren't sitting there wondering why you're still at square one. So learn how to set stupidly small goals. Goals so small they sound laughable. Goals so easy, you have literally zero excuses not to do them. Because if the bar is on the floor, you have zero excuse not to cross it. So stop staring at the mountain and start looking at your feet. What's the one ridiculously small thing you can do this week that gets you even 0.1% closer? Do one easy leak code problem before you check your phone in the morning. Watch one 10-minute YouTube video on CSS grid instead of doom scrolling. Type one single line of code before bed. I don't know. It could be any of these. You choose what best fits your plans. Do that tiny thing every single day, and in 6 months, you're not staring at a bag of seeds anymore. You've got a garden that's actually starting to bloom. And remember, no one's born an expert. Not in coding, not in life, not in anything. Every single dev you admire right now, they were once exactly where you are. Confused, overwhelmed, questioning their entire existence. So don't panic. Stop procrastinating and start taking tiny steps. If you're currently in the soul-crushing beginner phase right now, welcome to the club. Let's be miserable together. And if you want more reality checks that aren't sponsored by a bootcamp, hit subscribe. Go open your IDE. I'll see you in the next one.